Hello again, internet. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm not really sure how to start this video. Well, by now, I'm sure you guys can read me pretty well. Obviously, I'm not super stoked to be making today's video. I'm trying my best to put on a happy face, but I'm not gonna lie, when I got the news about this the other day, I spent 3 days in bed just trying to swallow it because this feels like a little bit of a failure. It's pretty hard for me to talk about. I've been trying to kind of figure out what exactly I'm gonna say, but I can't really keep avoiding this any longer, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way and say it. We are on the road again. We're going back to California, but we're not just going for a weekend, we're going for a while. When I originally was contacted for this show a little over a month ago and I was told that I was gonna be carried on the length of the show, originally I wasn't so sure because I've never been carried on a show before, like meaning working on the same show the entire length of the show. That's not something that really happens to stunt drivers because usually the shows are not based off of driving. Usually there's like a driving sequence here or there, so we just get called on a show for like a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at a time, and then we go home and that's pretty much it. If they need us again, they'll call us, but we don't get brought onto jobs for months and months and months at a time. So when I got the news that I was going to be moving here through April, I was in shock. I was super excited, really nervous. But then I got on the show. I actually got to work a couple of nights and I fell in love with the crew here. I was really excited to be here, especially after my first 2 weeks of quarantine. I was really excited to be here. I was just kind of embracing this new opportunity and this new adventure that I was going to be taking on. So I was really excited. So then the other night, I was at work, right, and I was talking to my boss, and then he basically told me that they got the script through the new year, so I was excited for it until he told me that they basically didn't need me until after the holidays because there's no more driving written into the show yet. And it makes sense, okay? It makes sense. So hear me out. Originally, when this show started, they didn't know if they were going to be able to find a stunt driver to meet the same description as the character for this show, which is completely understandable. So they didn't write a lot of driving into the show because they didn't know if they were going to be able to have a driver, so they just kind of put like little sprinkles of driving here and there, which I completely understand because, you know, you don't want to screw yourself out of an entire very important scene if you don't even know if you're going to have somebody that's going to be capable of doing something like that, right? So it's nobody's fault. It's not my fault. It's not like I got fired. It's not his fault. It's not like he fired me. It's not like it's the director's fault, producer's fault. Nobody's fault, right? Because nobody knew. So like, hear me out, okay? I obviously understand what he's saying, right? Like, it makes sense. I get it. You're not going to pay somebody to be here when they're not actually being used. Like, totally, I get it. I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense to me, right? Logically, I can think logically, right? But I literally just moved out of my apartment, brought double the amount of stuff that I brought the first time because I went back to California with empty suitcases so that I could fill those suitcases and bring them back with me. And I brought my dog. Like, I just, like, picked up and left and, like, now I have to go back and like I don't know where I'm gonna go. Because let's not forget, when I moved out of my apartment, I didn't move into another space. I put my stuff down, but basically like it's like a storage unit. Like my mattress is like up against a wall right now. My couch is like full of stuff. My couch is like literally in the center of the room. Like my computer is inside the closet. Like I didn't like move myself back into another space. So like when I was told that I'm basically just gonna go back to California for like a couple of months, not just for like a weekend or like 2 weeks or whatever, like I was like, oh God, I have to like figure out what I'm gonna do now because, oh. So then like I started thinking even more and I was like, I really like working on this show, like I don't wanna leave. Like I was starting to get excited to be here, especially when I brought Cam back the second time with me. Like I was like, wow, this is gonna be such a cool like experience for me. Like how many people get to experience something like this? And then I felt like it was kind of ripped from me a little bit, but it's fine, you know, you go with the motions, you go with the waves of the ocean, and you don't swim against the current, you just go with it, you know, because you're gonna go further going with the current than swimming against it. So it's fine. This stuff happens all the time in my industry, you know, like stunt performers, we get signed on like a daily contract or a weekly contract, and that's pretty much it. And we usually don't sign a contract until we get to wherever it is that we're supposed to be going. So like none of this is guaranteed ever, and I know that. I'm very well aware of that. But you know, it still sucks a little bit. It sucks, you know? So like I said, I am going with the motions. I bought myself a new suitcase so that I can take all of my stuff back with me in one trip. And even though I traveled here with this suitcase twice. Now I have two. Obviously, as you can tell, I've got quite a bit of packing to do, and that's just the stuff that's in my room, not including the stuff that's in the bathroom, the kitchen, the dining room, the office, my computer stuff, my camera stuff. I got a lot of work to do. So, I was originally going to film this video when I got back in LA, because I personally thought that it was going to take me that much time to get over it, essentially, but I want to stay in real time as much as I possibly can. So, I'm definitely not going to pack that like that. Yep, nope, not even going to do it. Not even for camera, it doesn't matter. Usually I would just, you know, pack this pretty for the sake of being on camera, but I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm going to pack this logically, you know, because I don't have that much time. But I let a lot of people know that I was coming back to California. You know, people that I've worked with before, people that I've worked for before, because I had quite a few people talk to me while I was already on this show asking me if I was available to work for them. So I just kind of hit them up and just let them know. I was like, hey, I'm coming back to LA sooner than I thought that I was going to be, so just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be in town. And I literally already have like at least 3 or 4 jobs lined up at home, and I've got a couple more things that are going on in LA that I'm going to fill you guys in on when I get home, though, because I don't want to give you guys misinformation and then you guys just end up as confused as I am. So again, trying to keep a positive attitude here, just trying to go with the flow, go with the motions, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said in one of my most recent videos, I'm really just trying to keep a positive mind because I know that everything is going to work out at the end of the day. Whatever you want to call that, manifestation, I don't care, whatever it is that you want to call it. Because even when things have been getting a little bit stressful for me, it seems to have been, at least recently, for a better opportunity that's right around the corner that I had no idea was even there in the first place. So, I'm just trying to relax, trying to, you know, come to terms with everything that's going on and trying to keep a positive mind and trying to pack up my freaking life again. And like again, excuse me for being redundant, but I just really don't feel like all of this is absolutely happening for no apparent reason. I just feel like I am being put in the places that I need to be in recently, you know? Like I just, that's how I feel. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So with all that being said, let's just get past the fact that I'm moving again now from Canada to California, okay? And let's talk about what's gonna happen when I get back to California that I can definitely assure you guys of, okay? First of all, I am going to be driving right after I get back, okay? I'm going to be driving at Booty Hustler's Halloween Haunt at Apple Valley Speedway on October 31st. I personally plan on driving the evening session. I'm currently asking one of my friends, Steven, you guys have seen Steven on my channel before, I'm asking him if he can just kind of like prep my car for me to be ready for when I get back to California, because I'm not going to have a lot of time to prep my car before the event. So he's going to work on that for me. And I'm definitely going to be driving Halloween Haunt on October 31st. I'm really excited to do like this overnight event for Halloween. I think it's going to be really sick, but really excited for that. I'm also going to be getting a lot more seat time when I get back to California, and I am so stoked to bring you guys on that because like I said in a previous video, I have not driven my car in 4 freaking months. That is the longest that I have gone without driving my car when it wasn't broken. Now, personally, I feel like all of this was really supposed to happen. You know why? Because I feel like I was being taught a lesson, okay? Because literally over the summer, I was saying that I was going to retire the race car for the summer. It wasn't broken! And I was saying that I was gonna retire the race car for the summer because the car was overheating a lot when I was going to these summertime events. I have tried to make my JZ stop overheating, okay? I don't know how to do it. I don't understand it. If anybody's got any information or any tips or anything, feel free to comment below. I was literally saying that I was gonna retire the car because it wasn't worth the stress of the track and not getting as much seat time as I wanted to just because my car likes to overheat, okay? So like, I was literally taking my car and the amount of seat time that I'm able to get for granted. Now, don't get me wrong, it might be because I've been driving for several years, I don't know, like I don't know what it was, but I would have never been caught dead saying something like that a couple of years ago. So if you think about it, I was talking about retiring the race car for the summer. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drive the demo car, forget it, like the race car just likes to overheat, it's temperamental, whatever. That was literally taken away from me like that because I literally wished it into existence because then I got the call to come over here and work over here where I don't have access to either one of my cars. But that just really shows how easily we take things for granted and we don't even realize it, okay? I'm just pacing at this point, I really gotta start packing. So like I said, I'm just trying to go with the flow here, trying to stay positive, take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way, and really just seize the moment rather than just keep living day to day. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I like to be in control of the situation, okay? That's why I'm a driver, not a passenger, but I feel like this is just me growing. Like, I feel like I'm just like growing up, and I feel like I'm just, you know, maybe I'm just being put in each one of these places to come to a different realization, and maybe this is about more than just my work and like what's physically going on in front of my face. You know what I mean? Like maybe this is about something deeper than that. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I'm going along here. Okay, I'm trying not to stress. There's no point in stressing. You're literally just reliving the pain twice. There's literally no point in stressing. So I think I'm just trying to take my own advice and keep moving along. But good news is, I think that this suitcase is gonna be big enough because I have a lot of my stuff packed in just this one, and I still have 2 more plus a duffel bag, plus a backpack, plus cam.